Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Capricorn for the month of December 2021. So Capricorn, we are in the element of fire. The sign is Sagittarius, so there's lots of action happening this month. Lots of forward moving energy where it's been stagnant before, and just things happening in general. So you are in your 12th house at the moment, so you may feel a bit like just being on your own, a bit introspective, just keeping it on the down low, not really involving yourself too much in anything. However, it is the up and coming Christmas party season, so maybe you'll just still go out but just be a bit low key. Energy around is 9 of Wands, so you're almost there. The end of the year is nearly here. A lot of energy's been used this month, this year, to just get ahead with stuff, projects, work, knowing you, Capricorn, lots of busyness in that department. So let's have a look at the next 4 weeks. So we're the 24th of November today, so let's have a look. You will get there. You might need a bit of adrenaline just to get you over the finish line, but you will get there, Capricorn. Where you are right now, stand up for yourself is the key of the 7 of Wands. So it's about just sort of really sticking up for yourself, especially at work, things like that. It's a lot of stiff competition. You're in there with, like everybody else, doing well, but the main motto of this card is to really stand up for yourself, defend yourself if you have to. You've got every right to. And it's just that, especially in the 12th house too, in this time, we kind of a lot of our weaknesses come to the surface, so it's about dealing with them for once and for all, and trying to combat them and turn it round to your advantage, rather than always sort of giving in or not saying anything. This is the time now, it's saying, for you to sort of stand up and say your piece. It's an action card, so it's Wands, which is fire. So there you go, green light for that for you, Capricorn. Let's see what's influenced that to happen, what it's all about, basically. The Lovers, ooh, relationships. So yeah, maybe not maybe really, in relationships it's time to sort of say your piece and defend yourself in terms of little glitches that we can have in relationships. It's just human nature. But yeah, there's a big decision to be made about a certain matter to do with your relationship. So it will suit you well to make that decision with conviction and move on with it. The Lovers is all about choices too. It's like, what do you want? You want this, well, that will happen. So actions and consequences as well. But it's a major card, so it's kind of a major story really with the Lovers sitting there. Let's have a look and see what was happening in Scorpio time, so October, November time, the last 4 weeks. And we had the 7 of Cups, so if something looked too good to be true, it was. Now that's a Scorpio card if ever I saw one. It is indeed as the insignia of the Scorpios there. So it's almost like an illusion to Capricorn, and you of all signs can spot an illusion really. So yeah, just be careful too. So if you're involved in any new relationships as well, just, don't believe everything you're told. Just be a bit circumspect and stand up for yourself in that area, because the 7 of Cups can sort of lead you down the garden path. Because not everything, you can't have everything is what this card says. You can have 1 out of the 7, but not all. But yeah, so that sort of sits above. So it's still going to be current for the next 4 weeks. Be careful of things being too good to be true, especially around relationship issues. Recent influences, we have the King of Cups. So this once again is a card Cups is emotion, the King, male, very male energy. Maybe there is something there too. And coming into your 12th house, this could be, you know, really sort of dealing with an old wound you have that you bury. Obviously, Capricorns like to get on with things. They don't have much time for, you know, self-examination of feelings and emotions. They tend to be very practical people. So, but there's something there that will rise to the surface that needs your attention. So try and face it as best you can, even though it may be painful. It's just a good idea at this time in your 12th house to kind of try and chip away at that old wound. It will always be there, but just try to sort of acknowledge it a bit at this time, especially, will be very beneficial for you. Let's see the lesson you'll be learning. The Hermit. So as I said, 12th house. Yeah, the Hermit just sort of stands to the side. He's very much out, not out on a limb, but he just stays quiet. He observes. He doesn't get involved in anything. So it's a time really, even sitting next to this Lover's card, it sort of says you be very careful and tactful of how you sort of deal with any decisions. Or with this one sitting at the top, Too Good to Be True card, I would just hang out until it's your birthday time in a month's time. And that would be the wisest way to act this month. Just kind of delay it. Reconvene. So solitary time basically is the Hermit, as it sounds. The Hermit is the Hermit after all. Let's see, starting of December, we will see what the energy will be bringing forward for you. Last month of the year. And we have new projects there surfacing. New ideas that can be really, you can really run with that new idea. All you have to do is nurture it, water it, fertilise it, and it will grow into a massive plant or tree. So this is coming in, and that would be a very great thing to start putting your energy into for the new year and for your birthday time coming up in December, January time. So very positive card, and it's got a lot of scope for growth. What's happening that you're not realising pertaining to this issue with this card down here that sits in the position of what's happening that you don't realise? And Six of Coins. So very, very balanced at the moment. Hopefully things are balanced for you. Giving and taking in equal measure, all that sort of really very balanced in terms of work, in terms of money, in terms of just your day-to-day practical life. It seems here it's very balanced. So really overall, the main issues that you look like having to deal with this month is standing up for yourself, old wounds, and something with a relationship that has a fair bit of weight behind it. And you'll know what that is, each and every one of you. It's a general reading, so can't go into individual detail. Let's see how others see you. Judgment. Karmic debt has been cleared. So something has well and truly been put to bed. Perhaps an old relationship has really been worked out, and you can now move on from that finally. There's no more debt to pay off that. There's no more guilt. There's no more anything. And then you get a free, clean slate with it. So it's like the second chance card in a way, but it's just sort of, and especially after the Scorpio season, that's the time where we're supposed to be processing all the karma we have with different people and clear, you know, paying off those debts there. So some really big, massive big cards for you personally, Capricorn. So very interesting month. So well done actually, and no better time to do it than in this time where it's quite a solitary time. Even though we're out and about, we're still sort of feeling like very introspective. Let's see, positive feelings. And we have good news on the horizon. So good news if you're waiting on something. You've got another page, 2 pages here, so new things coming in, things moving quickly with the Page of Wands, obviously. Good news that you've been waiting on will come. You're feeling positive. It will work. It will go well. With Wands always is action and movement. And it has a lot of weight too, because you've got the Page of Coins there, who is also a new beginning with really good foundations, actually. The outcome. And we have the Wands, 4 of Wands at the end, so very much the consolidation card. Everything's great. Everything comes back together in time for your first house and your birthday month. 4 of Wands is a happy home card. So it looks like the outcome at the end is really positive. Moving into your first house there, you're able to just get on with things and feel at home and feel like everything's just as it should be to finish the year up. Really nice reading, but a few big issues there, Capricorn, but you're good at dealing with things, so just deal with them as they rise to the surface and, you know, focus on those things that you can sort of get off the ground this next 4 weeks and enjoy your shadow, house of shadows. So work on those weaknesses. The message you have got is suffering. There is a path leading to a complete deliverance from suffering. Conflicts and struggles, as well as happiness and joy, are all transitory experiences. Once you awaken to this fundamental fact of life, you can transform any pain, conflict or struggle into a positive experience. There you go. I hope you have an interesting month. It will be. Tackle those issues, Capricorn. Thank you so much for listening. Talk in a month's time.